Okay, so today's story is Pinocchio. We'll get started. So there's this bloke called Geppetto, and he proper wants a kid. Doesn't want to go down the right channels about it or anything like that. He hasn't got a wife. He's quite old as well. I don't know how responsible that is, but he wants this kid, and he'll do anything. So he builds a little kid out of wood, calls him Pinocchio, and starts doing everything in the house with him, like dancing around, having baths and everything like that, just playing with this little kid, this little wooden kid. Before he goes to bed one night, he looks up and there's a star, and he wishes it on a star. And he goes, "Oh, I wish this kid was real." Goes to bed. While he's in bed, a little fairy comes down, sees Pinocchio, does a bit of magic on him. He wakes up. He's still made of wood, but he's moving now. She's like, "Pinocchio, Geppetto here wants a kid, and I can't trust him from the get-go just to give him a fully human kid. So you're a bit of a crash test dummy. You're here just to make sure he doesn't mess up too bad. If you prove yourself right, maybe you'll get something good out of this. If he proves himself right, maybe he'll get a little kid. You know, work together, make sure you're good, make sure you're honest. That's important, and just sort it out." On her way out, she spots a cricket, and she goes, You're in charge here. If he messes up, you're in for it as well. So you've got to tell him what's right and wrong." So anyway, next morning, Geppetto wakes up and he's like, kid on Christmas. He sees Pinocchio dancing around on his own. He's like, "What's loving it?" They spend the day together. I don't know, going around, doing their own thing, playing games. Within about a day, Geppetto's sick of it, and he's like, "Pinocchio, you need to get out of this house. You're already doing my head in. Like, you've got to go to school or something." So he sends him off to school. No, he's going to get bullied in that because he's not a normal kid, first day. But on his way, he gets kidnapped, Pinocchio, by these two... Oh no, he decides to wag it. These two blokes come up to him and go, "Oh, forget about school that you've never been to before. Forget that. Come wag it. Come with us. You'll have a great time." He goes, "Shh, go on then." Wags it. Goes with them. They basically... force him into slavery and start making him dance for kids as a magical puppet. Not good, not happy at all. People all cheering and just poking him. At the end of the night, they stick him in a little cage. That's where they're going to keep him. He's crying. Jiminy Cricket's nowhere about now. Anyway, the fairy turns up and goes, "What's gone on here, Pinocchio? Why are you in this cage?" And he's like, "I don't know. No, I don't know." Nose grows. It's like, "Come on, why aren't you in school?" And he's like, "I did go to school." Boom, nose grows even more. It's like, "Pinocchio, you did not go to school." He's like, "I went to school. I've been at school all day." Boom, nose is, I believe, feet long. And she's like, "Pinocchio, you're lying to me. I can see it on your face. I can see it on your nose. Just pack it in. I gave you one thing. I told you to be honest." And he's like, "Okay, fair enough. I didn't go to school. Wagged it, met these blokes, they kidnapped me, made me dance for other kids." It's like, "Fair enough, you've been honest." Saws the nose off, so it's back to normal, and goes, "Get back to Geppetto, and just try and be honest and live a normal life as much as you can." So he shuffles back to Geppetto. Geppetto's absolutely furious that Pinocchio's been out all day, doesn't even want to listen to him, and goes, "No, this is not good enough. You're meant to be, come on, a kid. Sort it out." So he's like, "I will. Tomorrow will be different." Next day, Pinocchio goes on his way to school again. Same thing happens as the day before. Same blokes that kidnapped him before. They're like, "Pinocchio, I know we kidnapped you yesterday. I know we enforced you into slavery, but this time it's going to be different. This time you'll have a great time. We've got this amazing fairground that you can go to. You got to get there on a boat." So Pinocchio's like, "Oh, go on then. That can't happen twice, can it?" Jiminy Cricket's like, "Pinocchio, no, definitely not. Same thing's going to happen." He's like, "Get away from me. I don't need you. You're not my conscience." And Jiminy Cricket's going, "No, I'm coming with you this time. I'm going to sort it out." So anyway, he gets on this boat and he goes over to this magic island where it's just full of kids and they're all having a great time. They're all having beers, smoking fags and that. And if you're a kid, this is a bad story. You do not do these things, and you'll see why in a minute. You do not want to do that sort of stuff. So they're all there having a great time, a bad time. And then Jiminy Cricket's like, "I'm going now. This is a joke. You're not listening to me. Like, the fairy put me in charge and you're making me look like a right mug here." So Jiminy Cricket starts leaving and he spots a cage and looks in and there's a load of boys in there and a load of donkeys. And then he suddenly sees the boys start turning into donkeys and he's like, "Wow, no." It's one of those islands where kids turn into donkeys. So he rushes back to let Pinocchio know, get him out of there, and goes, Pinocchio, come on, you've got to go. And Pinocchio's like, get lost, Jiminy, I don't need you at all. Suddenly, Pinocchio sprouts 2 donkey ears. He's like, oh, what's, boom, donkey nose. He's like, okay, I believe you, let's go. Boom, boom, boom. Jiminy Cricket jumps on his back, rides him like a little seaside donkey. They jump the fence. He's only half donkey, half puppet still a bit of a freak, but he's fine. They run home to Geppetto. It's like, oh, we are seriously in trouble now. He's going to kick off. They get in. Geppetto's left a little note for him, say, Pinocchio, you've not come home again. I've been worried sick. I've gone out looking for you. I've headed to sea to look for you. But I've no idea what's going on here. So we'll have to sort it out. So anyway, Pinocchio's like, oh no, what's happened? So they head off to sea as well. They don't know where he is because the sea's pretty big. They jump in, they speak to some fish. The fish are basically like, you ain't getting Geppetto back. This big whale is eating him, and you don't get out of that. So Pinocchio and Jiminy Cricket are like, which way has he gone? He's like, down there. So they go down there and they find the big whale asleep. Jump through a nostril, go in. Geppetto set up a nice little house in there, chilling, back to his old ways. Sees Pinocchio and he's like, oh, Pinocchio, great. What are we going to do here? And he's like, I know what we'll do. We'll light a fire, because inside a whale under the sea is a perfect place to get material for that. They light a fire. The whale goes mad, starts sneezing, spits them out, starts chasing them. I think the whale gets harpooned or something, because that chase ends. Crash happens. Geppetto and Pinocchio gets smashed into a million pieces. Geppetto's dead. The whale's dead. Geppetto's alive. Pinocchio's dead. Geppetto's crying because obviously Pinocchio's dead. The blue fairy comes down and says, Geppetto, you've proven yourself over these 2 days as a great parent. You let your kid get kidnapped twice. You've killed him. You've proven it though. You're great. So what I'm going to do is turn him into a real boy. Turns Pinocchio into a real boy. Pinocchio's learnt no lessons himself. He's lied both days. They live happily ever after. All the other boys that were on the fancy island, they are all donkeys. And that's Pinocchio.